Well, guys, it's the next day, and the ERAY has been basically leaked by GM, but guess what? There is more information to cover, so today we're going to dive deeper into this ERAY leak from GM and talk more about some details that are coming with this car, and most of this stuff is confirmed from that leak. Let's jump right into it. All right, guys, so last night there was a leak from GM. GM accidentally flipped the switch on their visualizer program and let us all see what the E-Ray is going to look like and gave us a little taste of the visualizer, all of the options, and some new options that we were getting with this car. Now, some of the things we covered in last night's video were mostly just the high overview of what was able to be seen there real quick, but diving deeper and looking deeper into the photos, we've found a couple additional tidbits that really give us a glimpse into what this car is going to be. Now, the very first one is going to be an auto start stop button. Now, as you guys know, the EPA is getting more and more restrictive on this kind of stuff, so having an auto start stop button is basically a guarantee moving forward on cars like this. But this one is actually right there, right by your right knee where you would sit in the car, and you'll have to push that every time you get in the car if you don't want it to shut off when you're at a stoplight or whatever. Now, that to me is actually more annoying than anything, but at the same time, it is there, and it is a detail we missed last night, but it is very obvious after looking through the pictures again this morning. Now, right beside the auto start stop button is a battery button. And according to some of the people on the forum, this is likely a button for regen on demand or regenerative braking. So basically you would hit that button and any braking that you do would also send charge back to that front hybrid motor. So these two buttons live right beside each other down near where your right knee would sit when you're driving the car. So it'll be relatively easy to press, especially if you do rest your hand on the mode selector area. It's almost going to be a thumb reach for you. I'm not really sure how many people are going to be okay with the car doing the auto start stop thing all the time, but I'm glad they at least give us a button to shut it off. Some cars don't even get that, so I guess it's better than nothing. Now, moving on to the next thing, guys, we talked a lot last night about the new colors. We have, of course, the new cacti green, which is a very like seaweed looking green. And then, of course, there is also a new gray, which I'm very excited for because it looks like it could be pretty cool. It is called Seawolf Gray. And then, of course, we got the Riptide Blue Metallic. Now, the Seawolf Gray has been speculated on the mid-engine Corvette forum.com to be a color pulled directly from a submarine. Now, based on what I can see of this particular submarine and the name of it, it does sound legit. So I'll let you guys be the deciding factor there. It does sound like that's probably where it came from, but who knows with Chevy. So the three new colors are okay. I'm okay with the gray. I'm okay with the new blue. I'm not a big fan of the cacti color, but again, to each their own. Moving on from that, we also get a new style of wheel, which we covered last night as well, but I just wanted to mention it again really quickly here because it is going to likely be a 20-inch front and a 21-inch rear wheel, just like on the Z06. Because of the fact that the car is using the Z06 wide body, it is very likely to adopt the same size wheels, especially since three of your wheel options are in fact the same carbon fiber wheels from the Z06. Or at least they appear to be very similar. Now, on the wheel note, there is actually a really cool hidden detail on these wheels hiding in plain sight, and that is that one of the options for the color is bright polished. Now, GM is going out of their way to make sure that the C8 Corvette has a younger buying crowd, and to do so, to verify, to make sure that that was definitely the case, they axed any chrome wheels off of the C8 Corvette. They axed all the chrome wheels off of the C8 Corvette Z06, but here with the E-Ray, they are giving us chrome wheels back, but they are not calling them chrome. They're calling them bright polished. Now, if you look at the wheels, if you understand exactly what they're referring to here by saying that they're bright polished, they're basically chrome wheels. I don't know why they wouldn't just call them chrome, but for any of you out there who want chrome wheels, it is going to be an option on the E-Ray. In the next picture, we also get a much clearer look at that steering wheel with the big bright E down at the bottom, showing you that it is going to have a little placard there that says ERAY, right where it says Z06 currently. You can also pretty clearly see the dashboard there, again showing the tachometer where it does in fact redline at 6,500 RPM, just like the base C8, again confirming it is going to have the same LT2 engine that is housed right behind you. The next picture also shows the same kind of placard that goes right in the center of the two seats on that center rear speaker where it would normally say Z06 or Stingray, it now says ERAY. This next picture is a pretty good glimpse at our new interior color. So we have that cacti exterior color and then of course the new interior color called Artemis. Now, if you guys are a giant fan of the seaweed green color, I would imagine most of you are going to go with that Artemis color interior to go along with the exterior color. But again, not really my thing. I am happy to see GM offering new colors and things like that moving forward with the C8 Corvette lineup. But at the same time, that is not an option that I will be checking anytime soon. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, though. I'm curious how many of you out there like the new cacti exterior color and the new Artemis interior color. Let me know in that comment section down below. But moving on, guys, we are going to talk a little bit more about availability. So as we have covered so far, the Corvette ERAY now has 3 new additional exterior colors, 1 new interior color. It has been confirmed that it's going to be the 6.2 liter LT2 engine out of the base C8 Corvette with a hybrid front motor driving those front wheels, thus giving an all-wheel drive experience plus additional benefits of a hybrid system such as better gas mileage, a little bit more power, things like that. The car is rumored to have right around 600 horsepower. It is likely to get to 60 a little bit faster than the Z06, but be a hair slower overall than the Z06 because the car will also inevitably weigh more due to the electric motor up front causing additional weight over those front wheels. We have shown the fact that it has an auto start stop button and a brake regen button right beside your right knee as you get into the car. There is also one additional button that we haven't covered yet, and it lives right underneath the Z button. So for those of you who have a C8 Corvette, that button right beside your left thumb on the steering wheel, right below that Z button, we do in fact have a adaptive cruise control button. This is something I thought that the car should have had from the very beginning. It is a newer car, so not having adaptive cruise control was definitely a big question for me, but Taj actually addressed this. He said that there was nowhere to put a sensor on the car for adaptive cruise control, but now it looks like they have either worked that out or they're using a camera option up by the PDR instead. So either way, the car is going to have an adaptive cruise control, and it looks like that could be possibly an option that reaches out to all 2024 Corvettes. Because if the ERAY can do it, there's not really any reason why the base C8 and even the C8 Z06 couldn't have that same option in 2024 and on. I know that this is definitely the adaptive cruise control button because my wife's Cadillac has the exact same button on the interior, and that is what it's for. It allows you to adjust the distance that you are following the car in front of you before it would start slowing down. And this particular photo confirms that, just like it would in my wife's Cadillac, but this is from an XT6, it looks like, again, from one of the users over at the Mid-Engine Corvette forum. It's the same exact button, and I know for 100% certain that is what it does. It adjusts that distance. But guys, there is one more piece of information that, like I said, was going to address availability. And sure enough, if you look down at the bottom right of any one of the pictures, it actually says actual model may vary, but it is available in summer of 2023. So we are literally going to start seeing these cars as early as this upcoming summer. Now, I originally speculated that we would see the car in 2023, but I figured it'd be a little later than summer, and it is going to be, of course, a 2024 model. Any car ordered after May, June, July is going to start turning into a 2024, and odds are good we're going to see the ordering for this car somewhere around April to June in that time frame, and of course, you're going to start seeing them during the summer. Now, I know a lot of you out there are going to say, yeah, sure, we're going to see them in summer, just like we did with the Z06, right? And that's very possible. You guys got to remember this was a leak that was taken down almost immediately, so GM could still be moving the dates, could still be messing with some of it. But if I had to guess, this car will be seen by late 2023 at the absolute latest. Just like the Z06 was seen late 2022, this will be the same exact kind of thing, because at the end of the day, GM has all the parts for this car. The only thing that's new per se for this is going to be that front hybrid motor, but even that's not necessarily that new when you think of the other cars that they have. All the other parts are already available, so it does seem like something that they could push out the door a lot faster than the C8 Corvette Z06. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you liked this little update. I wanted to make sure all of the bases were covered because last night was a quick, real fast delivery of the information, and after I got to look at the pictures a little bit more, I found some more details I wanted to share with you. Anyway, if you guys did like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you're liking the content so we can keep doing this kind of stuff for you. If you have any questions about the content, please leave them in the comment section down below and we will definitely discuss it. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm going to have loads of content like this coming you are not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.